What's up, Brozones? Welcome to the Ozone and welcome to another Gravity Falls video. Today is episode number 2 of the Book of Bill ARG. Now, we have got a lot more to go through, of course. We only did a handful of codes last time, and I'm sure that there's loads of things that I've missed already, and that's completely fine. We will go back over some stuff today, and we might even go back over some stuff later on in the future. I don't know how long this mini-series is going to be. I don't even know if you're going to be able to call it a mini-series. It might just be a series that keeps continuing on every week or something. I haven't really fully decided how this is going to turn out. But what I do know is that this isn't going to end anytime soon. This seems to be a lot bigger than I first imagined. And I don't really know where to start or where to go with any of this. So it's really interesting to see, to get new findings and stuff like that. It's really satisfying. So before we go on to some leads that I feel like I've had, and I've thought about this for a couple of days, and I've rewatched the video that I first made, and I've thought, maybe this will lead to something. Maybe this will lead to something. And I've actually written down a lot of my thoughts here. I actually have some codes here that I've written down. So I am going to see if I can freaking put these codes in and see if it works. That's the cool part of all of this, right? Is that I can come back to this anytime I want and kind of put in any codes that I may have thought of between episodes. It's pretty cool in that sense. Let's go through these codes that I've written down since last episode. First up, something I cannot believe that I didn't write down is waddles. What are we going to get for waddles? This has to be one. This just has to be. Pig placement network. Pig adoption. Oh, that's so cute. That's cute. Pig adoption. That's a good one. Okay. I've been so excited to come back to this website, by the way. It's so freaking cool what they're doing here. Okay, now let's see what happens if we reload. Yeah, it's the same thing. From my understanding, when you load the page, it kind of gives you a random number or whatever, and that will tell you kind of what sort of things will be appearing. So we need to keep reloading. Like with the Bill cipher thing, like I don't know right now if I'm gonna get triangle, Eye of Providence, or jazzy triangle meets freaking square or something. What is it? I don't know. There you go, Eye of Providence. So it will be different every time. Obviously there's only 3 possibilities there, but yeah. Okay, next one is Tambry. We did Thompson, we did Nate. None of those worked. Let's do Tambry. That didn't work. I can cross that one out. We tried Journal 3. Let's try Blacklight. No. Let's try Journal 2. The Journal for You. Huh. Journal 2. Journal for You. Now that is interesting, because what we have for Journal 3 is the Journal for Me. So Journal 2, the Journal for You, Journal 3, the Journal for Me. And then Journal 1 is the Journal of Fun. Okay. I mean, nothing amazing there, but Journal for Fun. I guess that kind of does make sense, right? Because I guess Journal 3 is all centered around Bill Cipher in the end. I mean, I know it starts off with like leprechauns and gnomes and stuff like that, but then it slowly kind of derails to Bill Cipher and then Weirdmageddon and etc. So a lot of Journal 3 is like that, but we haven't seen too deep into Journal 2 and 1, but you would kind of think it's a progression, right? Journal 1 would be a journal just for fun. Journal 2 would definitely be a journal of kind of like self-development and growth and kind of trying to find who you are. And then Journal 3, Journal for Me, as in Bill Cipher, that makes a lot of sense. So there's your journals, I guess. So I wanted to try those out. The name of the band that I couldn't remember the last time, several times. I can't remember how it's spelled. I feel like it's like several times. Several times. Hey! Several times. Love you, girl. Okay. Weird, but okay. Okay, cool. So that one's one. Random, like, all of these are random. They just come to me, like, when I think of them. Carpet DM. No. Carpet. No. Weird Mageddon. Right. I cannot believe... I'm so stupid. I spelt it wrong last time. And I'm pretty sure I said this when I was decoding some of Book of Bill. When we were doing the I Grow Maddened thing. I was like, no way is there 2 Ds in Weird Mageddon. And yeah, there is. I always thought it was 2 Gs, not 2 Ds. But this has to be one. No? Oh my god, I spelt it wrong again. Oh, here we go. This is cool. Okay. The Gravity Falls Gossiper. Okay. So this is like to be determined. Can I? Okay, whatever. Will he ever make a profit to be determined? The newspaper that bird cages love. The Gravity Falls Gossiper. Nothing happened yesterday. This just in. Nothing. A day that won't live in infamy. News. It's always happening, except for yesterday when it didn't. I wish there was more to say about it, but yesterday there were no incident situations or happenstances of any kind, said several eyewitnesses. And I agree. You heard it here first, folks. Nothing. What apocalypse? Mayor Tyler Cute Biker was on hand in Town Square this morning to field questions from townsfolk for no reason in particular. Look, folks, as best as I can remember, the last week or so is completely unmemorable. Any discussion of the last 24 hours should just be like my jeans, cut uncomfortably short. Now let's give it up for Sheriff Blubbs and Deputy Durland. I haven't done those yet. We can add that to the list. Blubbs and Durland. I forgot about those two, to be honest. Who are going to glare at you silently for the next 30 minutes while tapping their billy clubs threateningly. That's pretty much all this report has to say on the subject of there being no subject. I mean, I don't want to get tased, do you? Trust me, I've been tased on 43 separate occasions, continued on page 9. Shock local emergency. Breaking. Local man Seuss Ramirez got his head stuck completely with a round clay honeypot at 7:30 a.m. The fire department took 2 hours to separate Mr. Ramirez from the pot at great effort. Pressed for comment, Seuss looked this reporter directly in the eye and said, I would do it again. We will continue to update as the situation unfolds. And then you got Greasy's Diner, 30% off, came for the food, stay for the food poisoning. Okay, we can write down Greasy's as well. Greasy's Diner. Right. Cool. Okay, that's it for that one. Just completely nothing. That's funny how you type in Weird Mageddon expecting like some big lore reveal about like the big event at the end of Gravity Falls, and you get a newspaper about a day when nothing happened. That's quite funny. Okay. Right. There we go. So, I'm going to try Pyramid Steve. Please. I swear to God. Okay. I was scared there. I just thought maybe it would be a thing. Something I want to try. I tried everybody in Theraprism, but I didn't try typing Theraprism itself. Ooh! Whoa! Yo! That is scary. I am terrified of that thing. That's actually low-key scary. Is there a symbol? It kind of looks like there's a symbol here. It looks like a percentage. Maybe I'm overthinking it or something. So we have, in case of blank, 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 do not use elevators, the Theraprism. That's cool. I love this. This is amazing. In case of something, something, something. So what's this going to be? O E. E. Something, something, E. O. I don't know. Let's check. Okay, so I'm going to start with the one on the right because I think that's the one I was remembering. It's going to be a T, and then a H, and an E. The O, L, D, and then O, N, E. The old one? In case of the old one, do not use elevators. What the hell? In case of the old one. I think I just got the chills, man. What does that even mean? In case of the old one, do not use elevators. Maybe I should know what that means, but I don't know. Now I'm a bit scared. If I type in the old one, it's going to be like a Cthulhu jump scare or something. I'm terrified of that. The old one. No. I don't know what that means. I really want to know if people know what that means, or if it's just like an ongoing mystery in gravity. Surely it's not. Surely this has been answered. I don't know what that means. In case of the old one, do not use elevators. Is it an anagram? Okay, I don't know. That's difficult. I don't know. The next two that I thought of are huge. Actually, next three that I thought of are huge, so I'm going to skip them for now. We're going to try anagram. We're going to try cipher. Okay, jazzy triangle, frick's sake. Okay, that's just Bill cipher again. We're going to try cipher text. Some more kind of cryptology knowledge. Crypto. Wait, what? Life privileges revoked, now releasing poison gas. Right. Poison gas? I'm so confused. I was gonna do cryptology. Why is crypto? What? That is so random. Okay, well, whatever. We have crypto there. So anagram isn't one, cipher isn't one, cryptology isn't one. What about things like Caesar and Atbash? What about Visionaire? A1Z26? Wait, can you have numbers? What's that number? 616? Oh, no, 618. Ah, damn it. I thought for sure that was going to be one. Okay, next one. We want the alchemy symbol cipher. So I'm going to type in alchemy. Never mind. Footbot. Just a really random thought that came to my head at like 2 a.m. last night. So next we have Blubs. Durland. Really? Again, all of these surprise me. Greasy's Diner. Nope. That's it. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's go to the big ones now. Like, these are ones that I am genuinely expecting to be huge. So, first of all, Bill Cipher's home dimension, where he was born, his birth dimension, Euclidia. No? Wow. Okay. Never mind then. This feels like I'm in a game show and I'm just getting it wrong over and over. Okay, but surely Bill's parents are going to be there. Remember, we didn't know the names of Bill's parents until we solved the mug code. I have a feeling that mug code, now that we've solved it, that's not the end of it. I have a feeling you've got to type it in here. So, Bill's parents, we've theorized, it's called Euclid and Scalene. So, please. Life form not found. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. That's interesting. Because they've all just been eradicated. Scalene. Life form not found. Now that is interesting. It's just because they're dead. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's dark. All right, what do I want to do now? Okay, so now I've done all of the codes that I've thought of since, which it feels like there hasn't been that much. But what I do want to do is try to go on some leads. I have two things that I think could be big. Okay, so let's start with Stanley. I want to start with Stanley. I might have to see the girdle again, but you know what? I'm completely fine with that as long as, as long as I get something from it. Okay, so we found this last time. And the thing that I found really strange about this is you read all of this, blah, 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 and then you click on all of these and you get a little bit of information about each one. So ex-wives, old goldies, Sandra. People were saying that Marilyn was actually in the show, which I seem to remember strangely. So ex-wives, fears, secret shames. Like all of these are just like funny jokes. And then there's a weird gap here. And I thought, well, maybe, I said in the episode, maybe there's going to be something else here. Like, is there something else I can click on somewhere around here? Or is there something different? No. What I looked at is I pressed on this button, how he beat me. And it came up with this. How Stan beat me. He didn't. I'm still here, sucker. And I was kind of like, whoa, that's quite cool. Anyway, moving on. But I don't think we are supposed to move on. I think this is one of those places where you just gotta keep doing it. Because, first of all, why else would it be apart from all the others? This is clearly, like, I feel like all of these are very Stanley centered. And then this one, in particular, stands out from the rest because it's further away and because it's about Bill rather than Stanley. So, there's something more to this that I've got to figure out. And I think if we click again... Never mind. He didn't. I'm still here, sucker. Oh! Never mind. We got there. We got there. Okay. Thank goodness this is something. Okay. So I found a lead, guys. I found a lead. How Stan beat me. Look, the gambler got a lucky break, alright? A lifelong loser was due for one freak royal flush. What does it mean? Nothing. Less than nothing. Not even worth thinking about. Okay. How Stan beat me. What more do you want me to say? That a guy who once tried to eat the decorative potpourri out of the bowl in the bank outsmarted me? Please. Goofus was just following Gallant's lead. It was Six's plan. PTSD Barnum is just a side character. A resume inflating, cheap trick-loving, past-denying, overgrown child protected from failure only by a force field of denial and shamelessness. Sixer ate Stanley's potential in the womb. Whoa. And the only thing interesting that ever happened to him started when I entered his head. End of story, period. And I have nothing more to say about it. Interesting. I'm going to write down Goofus as one. I mean, these probably aren't anything, but Goofus, Gallant. I don't know what Gallant is. Just following Gallant's lead. It was Six's plan. PTSD Barnum. PTSD Barnum? See, anything that I find just really random and I don't understand, I'm writing down and I'm going to try in the thing. Any words that just, like potpourri, I don't know what a potpourri is. I think it's is it some sort of is it a food? Decorative pop? Oh no, it's not. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It sounds familiar though. House down BV. ... Come on, there's gotta be more. No, come on. Yo! Oh my gosh. Hey yo. Right. House down beat me and another thing. So we've got to try. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be. No, we're not gonna be able to do this. No! No! We lost it. Okay. We'll go back to that. There was just a load of random words, but I don't think we'll even be able to read all of it. But we'll see. House Stan beat me. Okay, I see what's happening here. You're just like those preachy You're just like those preachy infantilizing automatons at the Theraprism, who are so obsessed with getting to. Wait, I'm so confused. What's going on? Infantilizing. There you go. Automatons at the Theraprism. I don't know why that's all one word. That's confusing me. Theraprism. The Theraprism, who are so obsessed with getting to talk about my feelings. You think you can get a rise out of me? Try. I dare you. I dare you. Keep clicking. See what happens. I can outlast you, pal. Do you realize who you're stepping to here? I'm literally insane. Try it. Keep trying it. I've got forever. Let's go. Come on. Go. Keep clicking. Oh no. Keep doing it. I love it. Is that all you got? Yeah, kinda. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? No, there's more. There's more. There's gotta be more. Is that all you got? What are you doing to me? Do you even fathom how much pain I'm... Sometimes when I close my eye, I can still see. Right, while it's here, we've got to take a screenshot of this, right? That's a lot. That's a lot to decode. And we can decode some of this. This middle section is obviously like Stanford, Bill, cipher. This bottom one is Theraprism for sure. This top one is alchemy, I think. Although I'm seeing some... oh no, that's alchemy, yeah. That's like matter, I think, in alchemy. And then this bottom one is a color. So this could be where we start with the color. Because we know it's going to be letter A, B, letter A, C. It's abak. It's abak. No, but like we know that these two letters are the same. So we can work out, potentially, from the context of everything else, what this might say. And so if we can work that out, we already have 3 out of the 26, I assume, different colors. So this is a good place to start for that. I might actually name this sheet color cipher. And then put all the color stuff here. We will decode that in a bit. Let me continue with this if there's anything else. I don't know if there will be. I can't turn it off. Ah! Yo. Please don't tell me this is the key to the color cipher. What else? Stanley Pines. What is this? What the hell? The music is gone as well. The cool music from before is gone. Okay. Stanley Pines, the conman clown, always dragged his family down. One mistake, disowned, denied. Only thing to do was hide. One way out, the open road. Reinvent, retry, reload. A girdle, eye patch, feathers, fez. I'm a new man, so he says. Sorry, father's Fez. Couldn't outrun life's regrets, just kept placing bigger bets, changed his haircut, switched hotels, truth is just whatever sells. When you've lost track of your lies, when the poison starts to rise, when the walls are closing in, when it's clear you cannot win, when your actions make it worse, when they see you as a curse, give the wheel one last spin, take your chips and go all in. And lucky Stan, the roll's on black, he's got his life and family back, his big break, it finally came, redemption from a life of shame. You really think you won the day, you packed your bags and sailed away, you think you left the past behind, but trust me, I'm still on your mind. Oh, that goes hard. That goes fucking hard. That was so cool. That was really rewarding. Is there anything else? I'm assuming that's it. Wow. That's just so cool, man. I really love that. Great poem. That's excellent. That's so cool. All right then. Okay. So I think that's it. Hopefully that's it from there. Hopefully I'm not going to get comments saying like, you missed the last thing. But I shouldn't. So that's that. Yes. All right. So what I want to try to do now is to actually solve this. This could be depressing, but we will try. We will try. I need to collate all my findings, I think. I think I might need to just make a doc and just do that. Maybe I'll make that after this episode or something. I've got to make something so that I'm keeping track of everything. I know there's probably loads of places on the internet of people who have done the same thing, but I would love to do the same thing on video just to show the process and to also kind of show you how I like to kind of structure things, and I think it will also be a lot of fun to kind of make my own guide. I think it would be really cool. So this middle section is of course this cipher. So we're going to have an LQ. That is not right. So it should be this one, I think. So this will be T. Is it a H? I think it will be a H. Yeah. So we got the, and then E. Oh, actually, could this word be this word at the bottom? That would be cool. That would be great, actually, because that would mean that red is E. So we got the E. I-E-I-O. The eyes. Oh no. What is it? The eye of the tiger. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Okay, so that says the eyes of. Now let's go to Theraprism right here, and oh, this code, man, I love this. And then we're going to solve this bottom part right here. So we are going to have... Where do you get the alchemy from? I don't know. I'm assuming this is where you get some of the colors. And I'm guessing we're going to have to keep like trial and error. Keep doing trial and error on that. But this is ridiculous. So anyway, alchemy. Not alchemy. Theraprism cipher. So, by the way, guys, if there's a better name for this cipher, let me know, and I will call it that. But I think Theraprism cipher is valid here. EVER, that's a Y, and then it's going to be a T, isn't it? No, it's not. Everyone. Yeah, everyone. And then you've got the electric. IVE. Right. So altogether, so far, we have something The eyes of everyone I've... something. It's going to be key to get these colors. Like, what could this word be? The eyes of everyone I've eyes. It's not going to be eyes then. But it's got the same, like, letter structure as eyes, which is confusing me. I'm thinking red has to be a vowel here. Right? Because you can't really... Maybe not. You could have, like, gigs or something. Let me think about this. Right, we're back here. How Stan beat me. And another thing. Ever since that pathetic excuse for a 5-sensed, 3-dimensional, 1 lifespan skin puppet was parted into the universe, he was nothing but a carbon copy of a better genetic duplicate, and he knew it. A trillion years from now, when I've broken out of this place. Oh my god, this is really interesting. There's a lot here. But I can't quite read it. Out of this place. No. I can't quite. No taken over. He'll be remembered as a speed bump under the cement truck of my inevitable triumph. Something something next to an asterisk next to an asterisk next to an asterisk. Capable of understanding comedy. I mean, you've heard the hacky material. I've been inside of his dreams. His workshops that may paves over it. 3rd grader hack before they... Bro. Duplicate, carbon copy. Oh, it seems to be repeating. Okay. He should be in a barrel with suspenders. I think it goes over and over again. But interesting here, some big words. Hack jokes, codependent, self-pitying, stupid, fully clothed, couldn't win local election, tacky, fully clothed omen, that it says, smug Sasquatch. I'm gonna write that one down just in case. I don't think that's gonna be anything, but yeah. Unworthy, cliche dreams, singing salmon. Right. So that's interesting. And that's the final word. And then when we get here, I see what's happening. You're just like those preachy, infantilizing, I can't say that word for some reason, automatons at the Theraprism who are so obsessed with getting to talk to me about my feelings. You think you can get a rise out of me? Try it. I dare you. I dare you. Keep clicking. See what happens. I can outlast you, pal. Do you realize who you're stepping to here? I'm literally insane. Keep it. Keep trying. I've got forever. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Keep clicking. Here we go. Speedrunning this. What are you doing to me? Do you even fathom how much pain I'm in? Sometimes when I close my eye, I can... Don't tell me there's a color cipher in here somewhere. Like when it flashes. Right, so here is interesting. Sometimes when I close my eye, I can... Is it going to be something to do with like which letters are capitalized and stuff? Also, listen... It's constantly rising and rising and rising. I forget what it's called. It's the shepherd's tone. It's the shepherd's tone. And the shepherd's tone was mentioned in the show, actually, in one of the codes. Bill was saying something like, I rise and rise infinitely, like the shepherd's tone or something like that. So that's interesting that the shepherd's tone is here. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can still see... Yeah, so I'm missing the I can still see. So we have I can still see something. The eyes of everyone I've something. I don't know. I don't know what that could be. I've also noticed here in the alchemy that the second letter is the same as the last letter. This feels like Wheel of Fortune or something. I can still see Stanley? No, that's not it. I can still see... Oh, I'm onto something, I think. I think it's going to be like, I can still see inside the eyes of everyone I've... Something. What is that 4-letter word going to be? I'm so confused about that. Maybe I just don't understand the cipher. Maybe it's not a substitution cipher. It could be something more. In that case, I have no idea. I still see the shadows in my room. I can still see between, inside, no. I can still see. Still rising, guys. Still rising. Okay. I give up for now. I give up for now. We will come back to that. That's very interesting. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Anyway, this might help us. So, my second big lead for right now at least, is I go to Mason. I go to Mason here. This was really interesting. Grunkle Ford taught me how to do anagrams, and I'm starting to go crazy seeing them everywhere. Maybe it means nothing, but maybe meaning nothing means something. Dipper, can you figure out who these anagrams are? I have absolutely no idea for these. I kind of want to go into an anagram solver. I'm kind of debating doing that. Like, is it cheating? Is it not? It's in a gray area. I did say I didn't want to do that, so I'm not going to. But I at some point want to just sit down and try and solve this. I don't know how long that's going to take. It might take forever. And then it says, impressive. The boy is better at these than I ever was. Perhaps it's time I share with him my Cryptogram Codex. So we wrote this down, and I circled it because I wanted to go back to it. But interestingly, I think we should put this. I think we should put this in. Cryptogram Codex. Hey! Hey, yo! Oh my god. Is it going to give me all the codes? Is it going to give me the ciphers? Please. Please. I knew this would be a lead. I knew it. Okay, my first time opening this folder. What is going to be inside? Cipher font A. Cipher font B. Strange Runes Theraprism. Oh! These are text files. Look at this. Oh, that's so cool. I can write fonts with this. I mean, I can write text with this. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so useful. I think. Install. Hey, yo. I can install fucking gravity falls. This doesn't help me, though. This doesn't help me. I mean, it's cool to see, but it doesn't help me. And it gives me like A, B, C, D, E. Like it shows me what each letter is, which is great. It's great, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't help me because this isn't giving me the color and it isn't giving me alchemy. Oh, God damn it. Of course it's... So that kind of proves to me, actually, that you were supposed to get all of these kind of before you got here. Right? And then... Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, I think you were supposed to get these before. And then And then the others we're supposed to solve here. That's kind of annoying. Codex, no. I thought of some more things. Let's do Goofus. No. Gallant. Not going to be anything. PTSD. Barnum. Nope. The Theraprism. Nope. Sass Crotch. Nope. And I also wrote down Bewarb. No. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do, I have one more lead, and that is going to be this in the top left-hand corner. I keep seeing it flash when there's lightning about, and I have not seen what it actually says yet. So, is it Vallis Cineris? When the lightning flashes, a screenshot will be taken. Ready? Get ready for my reaction time, guys. It's... Frick! That literally was not... It was just off. Come on. Come on. Oh, come off it. Come on. I've got this. I've got this. You got to do it at the right time. Like, not just when it flashes, but... Come on. Where's my lightning at, boy? Bro, it's like it knows. It's like it knows I'm trying to take a screenshot. Brother. Hello? Nah, it's just like Alex Hirsch to code it somehow so that when you take a certain amount of screenshots, it just stops the lightning. Frick you, Alex. I hate you, man. Okay. Love you, really. Right. Let's see. We got it this time. We've got it. Oh, come on. How? How? I literally did it as soon as it... I'm having such a hard time. There we go. I still can't see it. I think it's Vallis Cineris. Vallis Cineris. I'm gonna try that. I think it's this. I think it's... I can't quite... But I don't know what that means.
Why did you do it?
Why did you do it?
Did you do it?
Why did you do it?
Why did you do it?
That's one of the creepiest things we've had. Why did you do it?
Why did you do it?
I mean, Bill is so cute, but...
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Notice how Bill inherited his hat from his father, just like how Stan Lee inherited his hat from his father. That's a cool little parallel right there. That is weird and interesting. I don't know what to do with that information, but there you go. Why did you do it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means or if that's relevant at all, but it must be relevant. What does Vallis Cineris mean? I'm very scared I'm going to get some sort of Gravity Falls spoilers here. I'm going to try to not look at them if it appears, but what does it mean? It's Latin for Valley of Ashes. Okay, Valley of Ashes. That makes a lot more sense, right? I'm not going to continue reading because that's Gravity Falls spoilers. But Valley of Ashes. Let's think about what Valley of Ashes implies. Ashes is when something is completely burnt down, right? All that remains is ashes, or it creates ash, or whatever. Valley of Ashes, a place full of ash. Kind of, when you think of a valley, you kind of think of like a dip. Like you have V-shaped valleys, you have U-shaped valleys. You kind of have like a big like hole, or almost like a valley to hell, almost. And that's kind of further implied by like the ashes. Valley of Ashes is a place that's been burnt down to the ground, to the ashes. That is, of course, Bill Cipher's home dimension. And so that is why we saw Bill's parents there as well. Well, we didn't actually see them, but we saw the silhouettes of them, the glitchy silhouettes. So that's really interesting. It's interesting how Bill, you know, he doesn't talk about his parents at all. He doesn't like talking about what happened in Euclidia. It's interesting how it's all so hidden from us. And even when we do come across something like Valley of Ashes, we don't even see the parents. We just see outlines of them. Like I know it's also for creepy effect, but like it's really interesting how hidden away all of it is. So that's cool. These are all a load of rubbish. Theraprism. Okay. Now I have no leads. That is all of my leads. I don't know what to do from now. So what I'm going to do is what I think is probably best is I'm going to pause this recording and I will come back when I have something to chew on. So I'll see you then, I guess. Alright guys, I am back. It's been 2 days and I have some new ideas. So let's have a look at some of the ideas that I have. So my first idea was T.J. Eckelberg, which is... So in the Book of Bill, if you don't remember, we had all of this Great Gatsby writing. He was like, I'm gonna change it up so that I don't reveal all my weaknesses. Get Gatsby, sucker. And then he gave us all this Great Gatsby. And then later on, right here, when you look at this, if you take your book and you look at it side on, you see the words like, need a password? Okay. It's the name of the eye doctor. And the eye doctor in The Great Gatsby is called T.J. Eckelberg. So, if we type in T.J. Eckelberg, I don't know if this will... Never mention that name again. That's a cool one. I think that was supposed to be the password for the site originally. But then I think the password got, like, people got the password, so then it was gotten rid of. So now you just get straight into the site. Never mention that name again. That's cool. Okay. The next few that I want to do is... I want to do some random words. Some like random emotions and stuff. So I'm going to start with pain. Interesting. I want to do love. Ooh! Oh yeah, Tabitha Lustheart. Not appropriate for any age. There's 3 sides to every story. The love triangle. Oh, that's cool. The love triangle. Yeah, so this was also in... I think this was even in the love section in Book of Bill. I forgot that even it really existed. Where was it? Oh, here it is. It's just right here. Okay. It was just one of the covers. That's cool. I like that they did it in book form or whatever.
Chapter 1.
If my father knew that I was not in fact tilling the field for wheats and grains, but was in fact tilling my heart for love, I had caught the singular eye of the triangular farm boy from our nemesis farm across the road. His name was William Barndore Musclepoppin, but I called him Bill. He was poor, despite speaking often of gold.
Ha ha ha! Romancefina! Your eyes are like screaming black holes!
He would compliment me often. Things seemed perfect, but as you know, there are 3 sides to every story. His horse, Kloppenstein, wanted us both dead by any means.
Is that it?
Chapter 1.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That's stupid. That's so stupid, but funny. Okay, so there you go. That's love, I guess. That's love. So there you go. I want to try... Excuse me for a second. I want to try typing in a swear word. I knew it would be something. I knew if we swore at him. Not S&P approved. Wash your mouth out with soap. Okay. Cool. Not S&P approved. Didn't we... Oh, there was like a code or something somewhere in the Gravity Falls universe that said not S&P approved. I think there was not H.G. Wells approved, I remember, at the Time Traveler's Pig episode. But I swear there was another place where we saw not S&P approved. Wash your mouth out with soap. Okay, nothing else there. Again, these are going to just be cool in Easter eggs. Oh yes, and the other thing I wanted to do was the songs in Gravity Falls. So let's start with Baba.
Dipper, he's the mystery solver. Ghosts fear him, dudes wanna be him. Girls are warming up to him generally. I'll work on that. Well, if no one's around, I might listen to the
Oh my
classics.
god.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 supergroup, all time,
Baba. It sounds just like Dancing Queen. This is amazing. Friday night and the lights are low. Is this the full thing?
Saturday night is a night alright. Time to groove till the morning light. Your bell bottoms are
It's the full fucking thing.
girls. You are the disco girl. Everyone gasps when you hit the scene. Who's she? People say you're a funky queen.
This is actually great.
It's me, spinning around like a disco ball.
It actually works really well.
Who's the honey who's got it all?
Disco girl coming through. That girl is you. Woo-hoo.
It's the year 1972, and that girl is you.
I love that they made a full version of this.
You can sing, you can shimmer, love's on the menu, and disco's for dinner. Disco.
I hope I can play this whole thing. I don't see why not.
That girl is you.
It's not by ABBA, so.
Don't come in, don't come in!
Oh,
I wasn't interrupting anything, was I?
No. I had a thing that I heard.
Sounded like the entire 70s was happening in here.
Well, it was a ghost. You heard a ghost.
I heard a ghost singing top 40 hits.
Yeah. It must be a ghost from that era, because who else would sing a song from then?
Well, you're a child wearing a towel, so I'll leave.
Oh, okay, that was close. Where was I? She's got
no way. I thought that was going to be it. Oh my god. Yes.
So wild and true, that girl is you.
Ooh.
Strutting down that avenue, that girl
I love that.
Eurovision application is under review. That girl is you.
Something application is under review. That's such funny lyrics.
All right, I better hide this tape. Mabel can never know.
Wow, that was amazing. Hey yo, 100k subscribers. No. A like goal, a certain like goal, and I will sing the full version for you. Disco Girl. Let's see what Disco Girl gives us. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. I love the start. It's so weird. So yeah, that gives you the same thing. Cool. I also want to try blanching.
How to blanch vegetables.
That is funny. Blanching vegetables. Okay. I'm so glad I tried that. How to blanch vegetables. Are you freaking kidding me? Is it going to be the same thing over and over? I thought maybe there'd be a full version of blanching. Is it called straight blanching? Straight. I can't remember what it's called. Cool. I live up in a mansion. Okay. So, yes, the other things that I want to do before, and actually, I can't believe I didn't say this before, but we still need to go through each page of Book of Bill and see if we can find anything there to type in. I'm hoping some of the ciphers that we decoded are actually going to be codes, and we could probably go through that now. But there's also two things right here on this website that we're seeing that I want to type in, and that is this candle, which I have looked at from a distance several times now, and I now see it says cursed. I see right here it's it's symmetrical on a horizontal axis. Down here you've got like a cane or something. This says cursed, so I'm hoping we type in cursed here and it would do something. Here we go. I was right. So I have a feeling that a lot of the ciphers that we've already done in this book are going to be something. So what is this? It's rad, trademark. To resist all drawings of triangles. Oh, shape censored for your safety. Kids, you may have heard a rumor going around the schoolyard that there's a fresh new shape that all the cool kids are drawing. Maybe you and your chums even have some plans to spray paint this rad shape on the local grain silo after church. Sounds like harmless fun, right? Wrong. The triangle is a symbol that promotes eternal servitude to the immortal Dark Lord of Nightmares, who our local police and PTA believed is named Bob Riddles or Billy Secrets or some such. If someone you know asks you to draw a triangle, just say no. Hi kids, this is Nancy Regan. Please help our country a safer Please help make our country a safer place by not drawing any triangles anywhere. In my day, we drew sensible shapes like ovals or rhombuses, sometimes a parallelogram if we were feeling wild. But Bill's cipher, much like rap music and wearing your hat indoors, is a threat to our United States. You might think Bill is cool, but Bill promotes staying up late, eating candy, and throwing parties. Doesn't sound too cool now, does he? If you must draw something in your homework, please draw this Rockin' Nancy symbol I just made up. Soon you'll be Mr. or Mrs. Popularity. Nancy Regan. If you see someone drawing this symbol, be sure to report that friend to your local police so that they can be sent to another country. Possibly Canada. Weird, okay. Funny. Resist all drawings of triangles. Okay. So that exists, I guess. When you type in cursed. Is there something... No. Interesting. I feel like this is a bit loud. I'm going to just half the volume on that. Okay. And then the other thing I want to do answers a huge question. Or one of my biggest remaining questions that I've had on this website. And it's this freaking prism. For about like 5 times now, I would say, I've looked at this. And I've been like, hash. What is that? A question mark? An ampersand? An exclamation mark? What does that all mean? Brother, I didn't look at my ciphers that I have. We literally have bro's secret code, which is a mixture of those symbols. So we can solve this. We can solve this right now. So what are we starting out with? The hash, I think? The hashtag? I think the hashtag is, oh god, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. So that's going to be an S. And then we got two ampersands here. So we got S question mark. S R Q P O. So is it going to be sorry? It's going to be sorry, isn't it? Ampersand. Yeah, ampersand is R. And then Y. We actually don't know what Y is from this. But we can assume that it's going to be exclamation mark because exclamation mark doesn't appear anywhere else here. Cool. So that says sorry. So let's type in sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Whoa. Oh, okay. So this is one of the pages. This is on one of the pages, but it's not together. It's torn up. Which page was it on? I swear it was on journal 3 pages. Oh, here it is. Yeah, he wrote try to forget on here. So this was torn up in journal 3. So there you go. That's when like Fiddleford and Ford split up, of course. And then here is the full picture. So is there anything to analyze here? I'm interested. So pick of Fords. I'm just gonna write because Fiddleford is basically Ford, right? And then Accursed gives us, what even was it? Mad thing. Okay. Yeah, is there anything to decipher here? I'm curious. Oh, wow. Oh, that looks like some math I can get into. Oh my gosh, I hate this zoom feature. That looks like some math that I can dissect. So, those big curly S symbols that you see are integrals. This looks like a differential equation, maybe. So some complicated math. This is a differential. Okay. We got some lambdas. Got some dx's and dy's. Got some graphs. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to decipher here. But it's cool that we get the full version of the photo. That's something I actually really respect about the series, is at least right now, it's giving us some of the assets. You know, we got all the Giffinies. We got all the Giffiny sprites. I really admire that a lot. Okay, cool. Oh, flip. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's more to it than this. That's good. Hoo-wee! First week of higher learning, never been this far from Pa's farm, but the goat chewing up my BMU dorm mattress made me right at home. I was mighty nervous to be the first McGucket ever to go to college. On my first day, I got the hiccups. The school mascot, the BMU, shoved me in a locker, and I got my mustache caught in a pencil sharpener. If it weren't bad enough, I wrote an equation proving that the entire universe was in fact a giant hologram. I was laughed out of class, humiliated. I must have gotten my math wrong. While I was drying my tears in my dorm, arranging a tractor to pick me up, my roommate, a freshman from New Jersey, barged in like he owned the place and dropped off his bags. He confidently declared that my theory was plausible, and he would not sleep until we proved it was accurate. 9 hours and a single cup of coffee later, don't tell grandma, and we cracked it. Proof of the McGucket Pines hologram conjecture. Not sure what the implications are for the universe, but I know that today I did something I once thought more impossible than solving relativity. I made a friend. Excited for more adventures. Fiddleford. P.S. Apparently this fella has 6 fingers. Might need new specs. I never noticed. Oh, wow. That's really cute. So he was his dorm mate, his roommate. That's actually good to know. I didn't know that. So, and notes. Okay. Something interesting, McGucket Pine's hologram conjecture. I don't think that will be anything but hologram conjecture. It's always worth trying. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm really interested because both of these ciphers, I know they're on the website, but both of these ciphers gave us something. So let's go back through every code that we solved. So the first one is I grow maddened. That's not anything. I'm actually I guess Weird McGannon gave us something, but I'm a little bit upset that I didn't give us anything. That would have been really cool. Have I been too harsh all along? I don't know if the long ones are going to be anything. All along. No. And then we have Love Ya Bro. Whoa! This really happened. Stan. Mermaid. Stan War 2. Okay, cool. Flip it. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, we've got a cipher on our hands, boys. Fellas, we've got a cipher on our hands. Okay, let's solve this. Okay, so interestingly, we're starting off with glasses, and I don't know what glasses are. So, for now, we're going to leave that blank. We're going to have to. So, it's going to be something X. I'm going to put X, A, sorry, A. And then we've got NNA. Oh, is it wanna? Yes, it is wanna. You can kind of see the ends of the glasses. So it's going to be a wanna. And then anchor is K. Wanna keep. P for pine tree. Ah, interesting. P for pine tree. Keep. N. What is that? N-O. I'll come back to you when I have something. Okay, I've got the first line here up to this question mark. It's wanna keep notes from parents and cops. What actually, I'm really forgetful. What is the, oh yeah. This really happened, Stan. And then wanna keep notes from parents and cops. I don't know what this is going to say or like how it's going to be useful, but we'll keep going. Oh my gosh. It's going to tell us about ciphers, I think. Want to keep notes from parents and cops? Here's a hint. It's going to tell us about how to use ciphers or something. And I'm hoping, please, please, please give me the alchemy cipher. Please, all the colors. I doubt it will. There's like 4 words here. So it's going to be a K, and then an I, and then an N, and then a G. Kings of... It's going to be Kings of the Coast or something. No, I don't know. What is it? Oh, Kings of New Jersey. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Kings of New Jersey. What? Kings of New Jersey. I mean, this might be a bit insensitive, but why do I care? Here's a tip. Kings of New Jersey. Oh, here's a hint. Kings of New Jersey. I don't understand. Here's a hint. Kings of New Jersey. So they declared themselves the Kings of New Jersey, right? Did they? What if I typed that in? Hang on. I'm quite behind on everything here, so let me just write things down. Yeah, so, okay, I've written that all down. I'm wondering if we type this in and it will give us more of a hint. Is that how this is going to work? Because obviously, like, I think something that Alex may have realized is that he can give us like these huge long codes, but people can find them a little bit exhausting and a bit boring. what's better to do is to give us short codes that when we decode them, we then get clues from them. And it's also better in terms of cryptology because, generally speaking, shorter codes are easier, are harder to break because you've got less to go off of. But let's do Kings of New Jersey. Oh my god, I have to download another thing. Oh my, the stuff that Alex Hirsch is making me download. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is just gonna be that font, isn't it? Ah, of course it is. God damn it. So we literally have the font. I'm gonna install this because it's a cool font. I'm literally going to, I'm gonna snap. We have every font. We have the regular Journal 3, we have the Journal 3 before Journal 3 even existed, we have the runes, we have Theraprism cipher, we have the Bro secret code, but we still have the freaking colors and the freaking, what was it, alchemy, the alchemy symbols. I can't find them anywhere. Anyway, whatever. Okay, I have a feeling this might be something. Rubber hose. This was one that we decoded on the animation page, and it was an A1Z26. Okay. Oh my god! This is a parody of It's a Small World. How long does this go on for, man? Ever after. Does it loop? Is it a loop? I'm scared it's a loop now. It's a loop. I'm doing it one more time. The world is small ever after. Yeah, it's a freaking loop, you idiot. I hate that. That's stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay. Another one that we got on Theraprism. I love that I've written all these down and I know where each of them are from because I've written down where they're each from. So, from Theraprism, we've got a code that said well-being in A1Z26. Patient file, Bill Cipher, greatest love, himself. Greatest fear, himself. Interesting. Interesting. I keep spitting everywhere. Why do I do that? That's interesting. I'm so glad that all of these are working. Silly straws. So we did do a silly straws one, but there was a long cipher. What if I type in silly straws? Nothing. I am curious about that page, man. I'm curious. I can't even think. Okay, so on the America page, we've got it's all made up. Yeah. Okay. The guy who writes codes. No. We've got suck it. At this point, I'm just typing in random things. Yeah, what does that mean? On the anti-cipher page, we still don't know what it says on the knife. I still haven't figured that one out. Cipherstitions. So, runes. These are all our runes codes. So we've got suck it, Merlin. Oh, is this... Oh! Oh! More cipher text. Oh. Cool. So he's riding on a unicorn. The bastard triangle cuts the unicorn's hair. Artist unknown, 14.99. Okay. So on here, I have to write all these down. Oh yeah, I don't think I got any comments about it in the end, which I'm glad of. But when we were talking about that code, I was like, isn't Merlin like one of the Knights of the Round Table? No, he's the freaking wizard, isn't he? He's the wizard. Or the mage, whatever they're called. So here we go. We've got another ciphertext here. And... oh yeah, we still need to solve this. I think I can do that if I just think about it hard enough. But maybe that will be a next episode thing. What is this? So we've got D, and then A, and then what's that? Day, ma. Is it daymare versus nightmare? I think that's what it is, right? Yeah. Daymare versus nightmare. So maybe that is what this is called. Daymare versus nightmare. Oh no, this is what it's called down here. Daymare versus nightmare. How interesting. Okay. Cool. So nothing else there, I don't think. But there you go. And just because I'm hoping that it all kind of compounds into itself, I'm gonna write in that exact phrase. Versus nightmare. No, okay. I'm hoping we're gonna get to a point where there's gonna be one ciphertext you get, and then you solve ciphertext in that clue, and then you get another clue, and it keeps going. I really hope that. Because then it's more linked than you think. Oops, I just opened my settings. Okay, so we've got Suck It Merlin. What else? We've got Titan's Blood, which I think you guys told me was an Owl House reference. Hoot hoot, password please. Okay, that's just a Hootie reference, I think. Titans... I still need to watch the Owl House. Titan's Blood, hoot hoot. Alright, pretty sure that's just an Owl House reference. And then we've got Olaf was here, which was on the very first page. Okay, that's not going to be anything. Lone survivor of the Euclidean massacre. Not going to write that. Curse Witterbane, which I also think is an Owl House reference. Cipher Dream Oracle. It's a Ouija board. But the 9 looks weird. Why does the 9 look weird? Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. But yeah, this is just a Ouija board. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Knowing, I was going to say knowing Bill Cipher. Knowing Alex Hirsch, this is going to be another thing like the mug-stained puzzle where you're going to get like a rainbow of secret, of like alchemy symbols, and you have to put it on top of here or something, and you get each letter. Okay, I don't think there's anything else there. That's quite cool though. That's actually quite cool. And then here we've got a planchette. We love ourselves a planchette. Download? Ouija. I mean, we have to, right? So what's in this folder? What could it possibly be? Okay, it is literally just the images. And we can... I guess this is just if you want your own Bill Cipher Ouija board. There it is. This is cool. I actually really like the design for this planchette. That's actually really cool. Might have to get myself a Bill Cipher Oracle. Bill Cipher Ouija board. But there you go. That's that. Okay. Very, very cool. So that's Curse Witterbane. Something from the Gravity Falls intro, which I really hope is something, is Hey Dip. No. Okay, they didn't include that. His dimension now deceased. Euclid and freaking... What was it again? Oh. Now deceased. Scalene and Euclid. Rest in peace. That's not going to be anything. Okay. Remember us? No. Let him in and break the seal between what's fiction and what's real. That's not going to be anything. We've done all the people on the Theraprism page. So this is all the Theraprism code now. Even his legs are lies. Oh, sorry. Even his lies are lies. Whoa! That is something? Wow! Okay. I am so hyped about this. That is so cool. Even his lies are lies. And I've written down that was on page 1. But I don't actually remember deciphering this at all. Where is that code? It's a Theraprism cipher. It's not this one, right? It's... Man, I don't even know. Is it actually like page 1? Even his lies are lies. Yeah, it's this. It's this down here. So this says even his lies are lies, and it's giving us this. As we played our first game of chess, I read Six's thoughts. Rook to b12. That's not a real move. Rook to b12. No, he'll expect that. He'll expect any of my gambits, unless I do something completely utterly random. That'll throw him, unless he's counting on random. What's the opposite of random? Predictable. He'll never predict that. It never once occurred to him what my real strategy was, letting him win, because winning made him feel special. And good God, did he want to feel special. A quick perusal of his memories showed that Six's entire sense of self-worth was tied up in his self-image as a lone genius, causing him to ride an endless seesaw between dizzying ego and plummeting insecurity. The truth was, he was half a genius. The other half seemed to be frozen at the age of 18, still a child, totally dependent on outside praise, terrible at understanding and relating to others, a perfect pawn. So Ford was nothing but a tool to you? You say it like it's a bad thing. Tools are useful. You try putting a nail in a board using your forehead and tell me how you feel about hammers after. So you never cared about Ford? I never said that. Everyone likes having a pet human, as long as he remembers when to sit, stay, and roll over control of his entire life. If you ever find a henchman, you'll need to do the same. Oh, but you're too mindful for things like henchmen, aren't you? Let's talk about your parents. Conclude session. Great. That's a cool one. I like that. Okay, so we have an interview about Ford right there. I like that. I like that one. My optometrist never saw it coming. That's not going to be one. Yeah, I didn't think so. We also have the one-eyed... Oh. We also have one-eyed king. Here we go.
You want to pledge your soul to Bill Cipher. You want to pledge your soul to Bill Cipher. You want to pledge your soul to Bill Cipher. It's starting to work, isn't it? Nice free will you got there.
I love that. I love that. You want to pledge your soul to Bill Cipher. Oh, that's funny. This will be interesting if we can get this one. Which hench maniac ratted me out? No, okay, damn it. Not the answer to the question, but another code that I want to do. Daryl. No, that was the name of the sea guy, sea monster or whatever. If lost, return to Bill. No. We've got justice for Scrimbles. Please. Please be something. No. Human body, paper is book skin. Shave your grandma, love pain. Okay. Paper is book skin. Why do I keep getting things to download? Alright. Alright, if you say so. Okay, this is actually a bit scary. It's given me a PSD file. That's a Photoshop file. What is it? I can open it because I own Photoshop. Enjoy. Okay, wait. Make your own skin book. Oh my god. He's given me the assets for the skin book. Oh, I'm gonna use that. That is so funny. No other show would ever do this, ever. That is amazing. You know, I'm actually starting to love this more than Book of Bill itself. I'm actually starting to love this more than the show itself. Like, all of this is coming together so well. All of the codes are so satisfying to put in and get out something. I really love it. So, what is this going to be? Shave your grandma. Oh no. Why is that something? Okay, we got a few pages here, and this looks like what we had before. But it looks like this is the page maybe without Bill, you know, taking over it. So the human life cycle, honk honk, here comes entropy. The high point, baby. Grows into toddler, grows into child, grows into young adult, grows into adult, grows into elderly, grows into more elderly, grows into dustbin. Okay. Bill fact. As this image shows, at one point in history, the human body had 4 arms, 4 legs, scrambling around on its haunches like a crab, howling as it went. Oh, how it howled. Did you know a group of 7 humans or more is called a problem? A human egg. Every now and then a large white egg comes out of a human. This means something terribly wrong has happened. Something terribly, terribly wrong. So true. New humans. Humans start out small, about the size of a baby, and are called delicious according to most dingoes. Believe it or not, these pocket-sized humans are actually extremely intelligent. This creature is 90% brain and gets carried around like a little king by whichever sucker they just scream the loudest at. They get to make up brand new words, run around naked, rip up money, and will vomit directly on the president if they feel like it. This is objectively the right way to live. But as they grow older, humans forget all that instinctual wisdom and start absorbing whatever second-hand belief gruel their environment dunks them in. Soon enough, they're not vomiting on anyone. Their powers are diminished. They've become grown-ups. A fully grown human has no free will and is essentially a tiny cell in a much larger hyperorganism known as a society. A society's goal is to endlessly consume and grow larger and larger until it assembles into its ultimate form known as Applebee's. The more Applebee's humanity can spread throughout the cosmos, the greater its power, but as grown-ups inevitably run out of alive juice, they begin to enter the melting phase. Like a candle about to be snuffed out, humans spend their waning years melting, which is considered depressing by everyone. These melting people are corralled and hidden away in a pre-death dormitory, where they can melt in peace without forcing younger people to look at their sad, weird faces. Many of these dissolving people cope with this horror by becoming congressmen, where they use their last gasps of power to try to wreak vengeance on the remaining living. Have you melted past the point of usefulness? Here's a tip. Climb into the trash. The trash is your new home. You live here now. Childcare. They say it takes a village to raise one of these things, but it's not that hard. Jar, brick, boom. Done. Father of the Year mug, please. Did you know newborn babies grab anything near their hand because they're instinctively looking for a shovel or pickaxe so they can begin to toil in grabby human minds far below. Let them have what they desire. Translating baby. Gaga baba dada. Father, I hunger to prove myself through toil in the mines. Wah, burbling. Neath rock and quarry lies the precious ore. Dada Gouda, the child labour laws of 1938 were too restrictive. I can hear the song of my pickaxe striking. My brothers, it is time. Oh my god, this is so funny. That's great. The right way to live. Okay, so that's that. Human behaviour. For God's sake, why they gotta be like that? Migration. When the summer months come, the human is prone to migrate to conventions where they stand around and ask, so what brought you here? None of them can answer. No one knows. Human mating call can range from you up to your face is good, I'm a Seuss. Hibernation. When a human goes through a breakup, it sheds its usual coat for sweatpants and a tank top and can hibernate for up to 3 months, consuming high-calorie ice cream and watching whatever's on. Who even cares? What's the point? Nothing matters since Someone left. Interesting. You can't see anything there. That's interesting though. Art. Art is a lie made out of pictures. It can be anything or nothing, which means you can charge anything for it. Can you guess which one of these things is art? Who is that on the left? That's someone... no, I don't actually know. There's the sticky hands, and that's Dippy Fresh. The real work of art, the girl reading this. Whoo! I'm not a girl, but... money, an imaginary thing everyone kills each other over. Property, an imaginary thing everyone kills each other over. Religion, an imaginary thing everyone kills each other over. Except for yours. Yours is the real one. Believe me? Then I've got some art to sell you. Cannibalism. I love how... This is a stock photo as well. Adobe stock. Was that intentional or not? Avoiding your family. Yay. Hallucinating. Okay. Okay, bro. So the other one I have is love pain, which is weird because those were the first two words I tried at the start of this section. No, that's nothing. Regrowing limbs is Axie's art, but can he regrow a ripped out heart? That's not going to be one, trust me. If it is, then whatever. Booberry. So this is something that I picked up on when I went decoding, and I found this out, and then you guys in the comments told me what it was a reference to. It was in the first episode, I think, where it might not have been in the first episode, but Booberry is the flavor of the ice cream that Dipper has, and I think he looks on the stick of the popsicle and it actually says Booberry on it in the show. I can't quite remember the scene, but you guys told me that that's what that was about. Oh, the meaning of life. Interesting. Booberry. Meaning of life. I thought it was just 42. Meaning of life. You know deep down that you should be the one running the world. You've known it all along, but naysayers and doubters have been holding you back from your obvious destiny. Well, no longer. Write out your goals, picture them, burn them into your brain flesh. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here, Jack? Manifesting is just a narcissist projecting personal significance on an indifferent universe, throwing darts with a blindfold and pretending every bullseye was guided by fate's hand. But the truth is that the more darts you throw, the more likely you are to hit, and people on their deathbeds regret darts unthrown more than darts that took someone's eye out. Yes! Yes! Speak your truth! Infinite treasures await the one bold enough to hurl themselves face first at whatever they want. You're going to die anyway, so what the hell are you waiting for? Do it, right now, do the thing, whatever matters to you, do it. Send that text, demand that job, rob that bank, who cares? Odds of achieving success go up with every attempt, no matter how misguided, and odds dropped to zero, guaranteed with inaction. Cynicism is the refuge of the coward. It is an armor worn by the weak. Glue knives to your body and run towards the buffet. Do you hear me? The party is almost over. The clock is ticking. You're going to die anyway, so die a legend, because legends are stories, and stories never die. That is such a good quote, man. Become like me or become nothing at all. Rage. Rage. Scream now or be forever silent. Go down swinging. Defy entropy until your head falls off, or be something before you're nothing. And there's a chance you might just become everything. Bend reality towards your sick desires through sheer force of maniacal, stubborn will, or you can wait around for life to tell you its meaning. Spoiler alert, you'll die waiting. That's, funnily enough, that is, like, I know it's all, like, ironic, but that's actually quite a good lesson. That's quite a good thing to go. But if you spend all your time thinking, what's the meaning of life, then you'll never actually find out, because the meaning of life is something that you learn by doing, in a way. So you've got to kind of take all the opportunities you can get. You've got to do everything you can in the world before you die. Otherwise, you'll die waiting. Absolutely. It's a great... great message, just maybe not the right way to put it. I think there were a few things in there. What was it? The frickin' dart in someone's face? That was a great quote, but it was not very good to live by. So there you go. That's Booberry. And then, man, we actually have a lot of codes. I didn't realize. Next thing, why did I write pentagon? Oh, because one of them was pentagon. Yeah, that's right. Time baby, there's tantrum. I wonder if this is going to be one. Yeah. Dimensional authority. This versus this. Year 9.366 billion. Location the nightmare realm. What does this mean? Oh, Bill cipher. Oh! I didn't realize that. That's a great point. The time authority, time dimensional authority, is that what they're called? The time authority, they're just on another axis to Bill Cipher, because this is Bill Cipher's bow tie. That is genius. That is genius. I like that. So tantrum, we get dimensional authority. Man, I'm finding a lot by just going through these codes. I didn't actually think this would be the way, but this is the way. We're finding so much. Remember that time when I was like, I don't know what to find anymore. Dimensional authority, year 9.366 billion, location nightmare realm. What a great shot there. That's really cool. This is reminding me of the axolotl shot in the book. What the frick? Okay, we got a transcript here. Hear this, Cipher. This moment is a nexus event, an infraction point between all timelines. You must choose to turn back now. In every reality, your collision with Earth causes chaos and destruction on an unfathomable scale. Oh no, not chaos. I hate that. Look, Nick Jr., I have it on my good authority. This planet is going to self-destruct eventually, so it might as well do it with me as a boss, right? How's about we divvy up this reality? I'll take Earth, you can take the gas giants, and I throw in this blankie. A seductive gambit. For the sake of time, I must relent. What do you want? Soda? I can get you a soda. Even if your mum says you're not supposed to drink it, I can get it. I was not born yesterday. Oh, here we go. I was forged in the crucible of reality itself, the last survivor of the war of the time giants. My celestial creators, grandfather and grandmother clock, gifted me with the burden of protecting the timeline from those who would dare unweave it. Oh, look at that. You spoke without spitting up on yourself. Look, Sippy Cup, if you're saying reality isn't big enough for the two of us, I agree. You might want to put on safety helmet because I'm about to find out how soft baby skulls really are. A foolish statement. I cannot be killed. Want to bet? Cypher's henchmen circled. The time agents grabbed their time tapes. Time Baby sighed, the weight of the multiverse on its doughy shoulders. I know your crimes, Cypher. Taking a new home will not make up for the one you've just lost. What you did to those countless souls of Euclidia. Whoa. Also, I think I've been spelling Euclidia wrong. We should probably check Euclidia spelt correctly. I didn't realize it was a Y. Because Euclid's name, like the actual Euclid, is with an I instead of a Y. Cypher stopped in his tracks. You choose your words very carefully. Cypher's henchmen murmured amongst each other, confused. They seemed to have heard conflicting stories about Bill's past. You said you liberated the people of your dimension. Liberated them from their bodies. Don't listen to him. He's a baby. He doesn't even know how to say spaghetti. I do too. Say it. Spaghetti. To the time agents. You're really going to follow this guy? Shaking his head in disdain. What would your parents say if they could see what you've become? What would scale... Enough talk! Ready to be knocked into the literal ice age? I do not wish to fight you, Cipher. Time Baby slowly began to remove his gauntlets. But a baby's got to do what a baby's got to do. Interesting that this was the event that knocked him into the ice age. That's so funny. We knew that that was a thing, but we didn't know what led to that. But this is the conversation that led to that. That's really interesting. Cypher and TB lunged at each other. It was hard to see the exact nature of the time fight, but there were a lot of clocks, portals, and paradoxes involved. At one point, someone used nunchucks made out of 2 Abe Lincolns, and there was a moment where they both clipped through reality, jostled the card carrier in Dennis's backpack. Dennis! We should try Dennis. Dennis was the god above all, almost, and he was... wasn't there something to do with... Oh yeah, he owns the Pokemon card for this universe. So we should try Dennis. But ultimately, Cypher's henchmaniacs dealt TB a devastating blow. We time agents were leaderless, forced to regroup back in 2012, but we knew this wasn't over. No, it was only a matter of time. End transmission. What a great one. I love that Time Baby's grandparents are called grandfather and grandmother clock. That's so funny. That's such a funny joke. Whoa! I typed in forget the past. What is this? This is something that we decoded in the Journal 3 section. I think it was just regular Journal 3 ciphertext. What is this? I don't quite know what I'm seeing, and it's kind of hurting my head. Oh, is this the color cipher? Could it be? I see something flashing every now and then, but I'm just wondering if it's like really random or if it's an actual like cipher that keeps appearing. I'm hoping it's the latter. It might be, you know. You know, I would imagine as something that's glitching with like loads of different colors. I would imagine this could be that. I think this could be an answer to the color cipher. So I'm going to circle this. That's really interesting. So forget the past. Forget the past gave us this. We need to look into this again. Interesting. Hopefully F's gloves will hide what cipher has done to my hands. I can write codes too. It's not that hard. Just fit in. Axolotl. Yeah, okay. So that's all of the codes that we decoded. Let's try 2 more things today before we end, and then I think we have a lot to go off of next time. So we want to try Euclidia spelt correctly. Euclidia. Dimension not found. There we go. Okay. So remember for Euclid and Scalene, we've got this. Lifeform not found, so dimension not found for Euclidean makes a lot of sense. And then the other one that I want to do that I'm really interested in is Dennis. So Dennis was, let's just quickly have a look over here. Reality is an illusion, the universe is hologram, bye. Bye gold. Here we have, the truth is our entire multiverse is a holographic trading card being held inside a collector's binder within the backpack of an unfathomable being outside of time known as Dennis. So there you go. Outside of time, that's why we were just talking about it. This is the multiverse. It is literally just a Pokemon card. Let's see what this is. Nothing. God damn it. I was really hoping for something there. That would have been really cool to see who Dennis actually is or what he looks like. Anyway, that is everything for today. This has been a big video. Like we've gone through a lot today, and there is still so much to go, I'm sure. I think I have quite a few more ideas on where to look in Book of Bill as well for more things to go off of. But I think we're starting to get there. We're making really good progress, and I'm sure we're going to find some more stuff next time. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in that next video. Goodbye.